So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. Well, here's a man who stunned everyone in that famous summer of 2002. He had a hand in his country's most famous goal, their most famous win, and he helped to introduce the footballing planet to Senegal.
Yeah, he did indeed, Peter. El Hadj Diouf, the undoubted driving force behind that fast, powerful, direct style of football that once shocked the world.
And he skips past his man, and he was alert to it.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Now it's Rafinha.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's gone backward here. Oh, it's come off the upright. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he cuts out the supply. And now they can clear their lines. And that's been won straight back. And that should get the job done. Now it's Xabi Alonso. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Knocks it out wide. Lyon, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Looking to play him in. Schneider. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. This to make it 1-0. He scores for sure! Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
After 29 minutes
Manchester United have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
That has ended up in no man's land. He's in plenty of space here. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He won't be happy with that one. Akanji is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. And the counter is on. And here's Bellingham. Bellingham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That's really well cleared. And reclaimed it in a trice. Kvaratskhelia.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Throw in. And this is Messi. Shot could be on.
Only 1 minute at a time.
Ferdinand. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
If your numbers show up
So your views on the first half?
Lyon are very much up against it, and that's given the manager a real headache as to how to get his players to regain focus during half-time. He's going to have to get amongst the players and really lift them to produce something close to the best football if they're going to salvage this.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And so the action is resumed.
Lyon really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter.
Can he finish? He's got a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Martinez getting this one clear. Bellingham. Cristiano Ronaldo. Chance for a shot! And he's there to belt it away. And that's... Goes for a shot! Oh, fantastic from Ronaldo! About as smooth as it gets! And the comeback is complete! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
Lyon leading now.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Danny Olmo, number 8. Rio Ferdinand.
And it's Memphis Depay.
Number 9.
Pass somewhat off target.
Gabriel Batistuta.
Can he get it through?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short
6.
there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Number 44. Number 17. Frank Rijkaard. Number 4. Sergio Aguero. Number 19.
Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Number 24. Memphis Depay.
Nicely weighted ball. Tacho clears without hesitation. That was good alertness. And here's Aguero.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.